If the positives of a book outweigh the negatives, I'll usually pick up the sequel. The Runelords, the Sum of All Men, was a structural mess, but the world, the magic, and the ideas it explored were interesting, and there were good character moments. So I continued into Book 2, Brotherhood of the Wolf, and having finished it, I do not doubt that I will be reading the entire Runelord series. Gaborn has become the Earth King and has vowed to save a remnant of mankind from the coming darkness, but to defeat the Reavers, he may have to make an alliance with Raj Aten, the Wolf Lord who forced thousands to give him endowments and killed Gaborn's father. And lurking in the background are the kings and lords who don't believe Gaborn is the Earth King. Hungry for the power he now wields, they plant doubt among his followers and use the brewing conflict to further their own agendas. Much of Brotherhood of the Wolf sees Gaborn learning about his new powers, and he is the main instrument through which the book explores themes about the value of life. All life is precious, but in horrible situations, sometimes one life is weighed against another. Sometimes everyone can't be saved. So do you rescue the dozen or the 100? Such decisions are a terrible responsibility. Those who have been corrupted by power, wealth, influence, etc., don't care about the people they are responsible for because they no longer value life. People are just a means to an end and can be discarded like obsolete tools. I questioned Marima's inclusion in Book 1, but she now contributes to the story and is coming into her own. She is a woman of poor birth and is uncomfortable with her sudden increase in status, but she doesn't let that fluster her, and she learns to thrive in her new environment. Raj Aten's role is significantly reduced, and he exists as a background threat for 3/4 of the book. When he does show up, the conflict between him and Gaborn results in a contrast in comparison of the characters, and his presence was a welcome element during the book's climax. His diminished page count is probably due to the Reavers emerging as the greater threat. I like that direction for the series, but I do think he was deposed as the main villain too abruptly. As for the Reavers, they are great monsters. They are giant, subterranean, insect-like creatures that revel in death and decay, a fitting antagonist for the Earth King. They feel like beings belonging to an older age or another dimension, and you wonder how the characters are going to stop the dark tide that far outclasses them. The climax of the book is a kind of three-way battle between the Reavers, Raj Aten, and Gaborn, and it is a spectacle your mind's eye will feast on. Brotherhood of the Wolf structure is far better than the initial novels. The goal is clear, the characters' choices make sense, and apart from a few places here and there, plot points don't appear out of the blue. The new characters are given introductions, so their contributions to the story feel natural and not like a last-minute addition. The world of the Runelords really is huge. There's a sense of wonder to these books, and a balance between the known and unknown. The endowments are more of a hard magic, but there's also the soft elemental magic. The characters reference cultures and distant countries, but then legendary creatures flit across their path and stop them in their tracks. World building. It's important. The action can still be very descriptive at times. Sexual content shows up in conversations and innuendos, and in that regard it is minimal, but the two instances when it physically shows up are very serious and very, very adult. A male character tries to force himself onto a female character, and a male character loses his manhood. And no, these instances are not related. Brotherhood of the Wolf surpasses its predecessor with a more focused plot, better character development, and a climax fit for the big screen. If you like a balance of classic fantasy and magic with explainable rules, the Runelord series might appeal to you. Some of Book 1's abrupt tendencies do slip in, but they are few and far between. The positives in Brotherhood of the Wolf conquer the negatives by a substantial margin.